I know, I was actually just thinking, I was like, maybe we should probably save this for the podcast.
That's like
I feel like we have to go all through that again.
Okay, start over.
Really
Say everything you said again.
Well, that's like a tough part about like the transition to go from playing covers. You can just stay a cover band, you know?
Yeah.
And do decent at it in the area and make like some money doing it.
Yeah.
Or you could like transition to playing your own music. And
usually
that's where it, like
somewhere else.
Yeah, that's where it's got to like go to the next level, I think. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Hello. This is a Songwriters round. It's going to be very informal. We'll go through and introduce ourselves. Yeah. So let everybody introduce yourselves first. Kyle, you want to start?
Kyle Noble, singer-songwriter from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
What kind of music you play?
Coffee shop rock.
Okay.
Folky.
Good.
My name is Evey Zach, also known as Evey Z. I am based out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I'm more genre related to like alternative R&B, songwriter type stuff. So.
Cool. I am Connor Harkins, out of right here where we're recording this, Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, and I mostly write country, a little bit of southern rock, and kind of just whoever I'm in the room with at that point. So yeah, the whole purpose of this, for whoever's watching, we kind of wanted to bring some local musicians together and just have a forum to play our songs and tell stories and just really informally talk about what the song means to us and why we wrote it and where we were at, like in our lives and just in general when we wrote it. Because one of the big parts for me about music and the whole reason I picked up a guitar was to write music and to kind of like express myself. And I feel like sometimes that's kind of hard to mesh with like playing out live and making money doing it. So we kind of, I don't know. This is a common thing in a lot of musical based cities. Nashville, for example, and some I know like some cities down in Florida do a lot of songwriters around. So just kind of like trying to start a movement. Maybe switch this to like a live setting at some point. But yeah, I don't know.
And if you are a local musician in the South Central Pennsylvania area, feel free to hit us up if you ever want to do this.
Yeah. So I think that's the most I want to like just talk to the camera. Like I kind of want this just
You're gonna
like
edit
us.
this, right?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. That's the point. Is I want it to be like informal, and the camera's just kind of there to capture stuff.
Yeah.
Like the introductions, obviously we have to talk to the camera and like address the audience per se. But I don't know.
I set the tone. I didn't know what to say. I'm me. I'm from here. Is that it? Oh, my music.
From the heart of this chicken coop.
From Crooked Coop.
Literally was born and raised here.
Chicken Coop.
Okay. Do either of you want to start with a song? You want me to
Alright.
start? I'll start. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I did kind of start.
So are we
earlier.
doing like one song at a time type deal?
Yeah, that's my
Bouncing
idea.
off each
Is
other?
kind of like.
Are we doing 2 songs or 3?
We'll see how long it takes
Probably
us.
do at least 2.
I don't
for
really
sure.
have like a time constraint,
Yeah.
but I don't know how long people watch it. If it's like an hour and a half long or something. So we'll probably
Right.
we'll see what we're at like around 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember the
Works
chords
for
for
me.
this one, so I'll move on to another one. All right, this is a song called "Get to You," and it's one that I put on an album recently. It was written in this studio that we're sitting in right now with my buddy Jake Paletti, and I don't know. It's kind of just like it's not really one of the songs that's like extremely personal, like about somebody, but it's more about like a situation, just kind of like a mood, a temper, and it's just about wanting someone back and kind of like working, whether it's subconsciously or actively in life, to like better yourself, so that in hopes that you'll get that person back. And kind of the whole purpose of it is get to you is kind of like I've been doing all these things and kind of like working to try to like get back to you and back to where we were. So yeah, we'll see. See how. Under that old maple tree, there was a spot for you and me, where we could leave our secrets in the past. Fell in love way too fast, that old maple tree. I get chills every time I see our names etched in the bark. We laid out in the stars, and I hope you see them too. 'Cause I'm out here searching for you. I've grown a little bit wiser. I've climbed the mountains much higher. I fought the gallows to get to you. I'd kill to see some more smiling. I'd hope to get some more time in. Give me a sign to get to you. I know you hate me, but I've gotta let you see how far I've come. How can I show you I'm the one to give you what you want in love? Girl, as of lately, I've been running to you from near and far, letting your voice speak to my heart, been following you like a northern star. And I hope you see them too. 'Cause I'm out here searching for you. I've grown a little bit wiser. I've climbed the mountains much higher. I've fought the gallows to get to you. I'd kill to see some more smiling. I'd hope to get some more time in. Give me a sign to get to you. Oh. Spot for you and me, where we could leave our secrets in the past and fell in love way too fast.
That was beautiful.
Right on, dude. Those are good lyrics.
Thank you.
Hell
You're
yeah.
welcome. Good writing.
There's a lot of energy.
Thank you. It's
like
you
that
just
opening
warm up.
line,
Mm-hmm.
like when you're like under that old maple tree, like how like descriptive you are. Like I'm like right there. Like I'm like in my mind.
That
Like,
hook is really good too.
Thank
It
you.
draws the ear.
Yeah, that was one of them. I don't know. I'm sure you guys have it where when you write a song, you're kind of like, I like this one,
Mhm.
or you write it like,
It's
fuck.
fun to sing.
you're like,
Yeah,
oh, this
yeah,
one's
yeah.
good.
It's like I don't even really care what happens with this song. The fact that it now exists, like I'm happy about.
Yep.
That was one of those that like the minute we wrote it, I was like, I can't wait to record this and kind of like bring this one to life. So I always like to play that. It's like, I don't know if I'm peeking out over there, if we should bring it down a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to bring it down a little bit.
You're fucking screaming in here, dude.
Well, I mean, there's no way to sing that song quietly.
I know. I was like, all right, how loud are we gonna get?
That's why I said, I was like, it'll be okay.
Technical difficulties. We will be right with you.
Yeah, learning curve.
Learning curve. This is the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always things you gotta tweak and.
Plus, compared to you, like doing the sound for me, I'm definitely not
I'm probably-
playing as loud as you.
I'm probably on the louder side of stuff, I guess. You know how it is, death metal. Yeah. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of great melody in there.
I like doing that one earlier in sets because it kind of warms me up. And yeah, I think you should always play something that you're.
That one definitely would probably draw people in more too, and then
Yeah.
engage the listener.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard you play that at Crosswater, and I was like sitting with someone and I was like, what song is this? Like, no, this is a song. Like, I swear.
There's probably some stolen melodies in there somewhere
no,
without,
man, it's-
without trying, dude.
It's just, it's well written. It just, I think, references a vibe that I get from like some older.
Yeah,
some
yeah. Well,
rock
that
songs.
that's another thing that I kind of liked about that one is. So like on the artist side of things for me, I've put out 2 albums, and the second one I'm kind of getting like closer to like the sound that I want
Your growth.
Yeah.
Your growth
So that song was
specific
one of the first songs where I was like, I think this is like the sound that I want.
Yeah.
And that's fucking cool because you kind of like grow up listening to all this kind of popular music, and when I started out as a songwriter, that was kind of reflected in the way I wrote. Like as a country artist per se, you know, like it was far too often I would write about meaningless, like stupid stuff, like trucks and parties and beers and shit like that. The stuff that drives people crazy. So kind of getting like into more depth and like changing, going like developing away from that into like my own sound, I guess, is kind of been something that I'm trying to emphasize. And that song was like an early moment where I was like, this is, I think this is what I want to be. The kind of like Marshall Tucker-ish sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
So right now when someone asks me like, what do you play? I'm like country, classic rock-ish.
Yeah. Because
I don't want to be just country, but I don't know.
I feel like your lyrics like reference that style too, like that line, like I fought the gallows to get to you. Reminds me
It's
of
like
like
a pirate line.
It's like the jig is up, finally found you.
Yeah, Sticks.
Kind of reminds me of that a little bit, yeah.
All right, who's next?
I'll go.
All right, go ahead.
So, this is a song called Rehab, and I wrote this about friends that I've had that unfortunately didn't make it through, I guess, their battle with like addiction, maybe mental health issues, things like that. And I wrote it shortly after I myself went and fixed my drinking problem. So it's definitely something that is like a story, but you know, it's, yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. I'll just play it.
Sounds good.
Black coffee in a Cadillac. You didn't want to go home. You were living, no looking back. All the things you were running from followed you like a hungry dog. All the things you said you'd change turned out to be too hard to tame. Up on 2nd Street, you got in my car. You overdosed in front of me. All these marks up and down your arms. All the ways that you self-harm. All this pain you kill inside, measured by the tears your mother cried. No, 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 you won't go to rehab again. You won't go to rehab again. Job with a brand new car and a brand new clean. Who'd have thought you'd come this far? All the things that you could use, all the doubt and self-abuse, all the things you kill inside. I thought that it had resided. Got a call from Katie's phone. Is it really him? Right then my heart sunk below. All the signs we didn't see, all the times you questioned me. Is this how it'll really be? Lonely, pain and misery. No, 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 you won't go to rehab again. No, 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 you won't go to rehab. Laid you down. We were all just staring when you met the ground. All the tears that fell that day, all the prayers we could pray, still won't change the simple fact that you are never gonna rehab again. Nothing new, you won't go to rehab again.
Man.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a really sad one.
It's a heavy one, I know.
I'm glad I started with that one.
I write really sad shit, so that is what it is.
So I'm not gonna lie, that I've listened to that song a lot of times. I think that's the first time that one hit me. That like the double meaning of the hook. Like you won't go to rehab again.
Like a choice to to literally.
Yes.
It's
like
not a choice anymore.
Literally, you can't.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That's a doozy. That's really
Lyrically, it was beautiful because it flowed really well. The lyrics were great, and that's one that you sit in your car and you cry to. That's a rain day and
I remember when you sent me
Wow.
that like early on. I think it was
When did you
soon
write that?
after you got out of rehab, right?
Yeah, it was like a month after I got out of rehab, and I was just learning to kind of live on my own again.
Yeah. His writing changed like
and so much emotions
drastically.
just flowing through you.
I
at
was
that
sober,
moment, too.
and it was like I was so scared that I was not going to be able to write sober because
Mhm.
I used drinking so much to
right.
inspire myself. And once I started, really getting through the tough parts of the withdrawal from alcohol, I got a guitar in rehab and I started writing in rehab, and I was so surprised that things just flowed right out. And this came after rehab when I was kind of getting back into regular life and having those struggles again of I'm not in a place where I can't do what I want. Now I can do what I want, and it's up to me not to make that choice.
Yeah.
And I thought of all my friends that I lost from this battle with addiction, and I just thought they just I guess I kind of understood more the struggle of not wanting to go and deal with those things that cause addiction in a sense.
Right.
So that's super deep.
I think one of the things that song kind of puts in reference, and I can't relate, with the addiction issue, but is the fact that the people who are going through addiction now still have the privilege to have the choice to stop. You can still prevent yourself from having to go, but
Just if they recognize it.
Yeah, but
or want it.
The character that which is references some of your friends that the song is about is they don't have the choice to go back to rehab because they're dead and they died from it. So it's almost like a tip of the hat to I don't know, changing your perspective. I have the privilege to make this change.
The hardest line that I wrote in that is, the reference to all the pain you kill inside measured by the tears your mother cries.
Yeah.
And that's from seeing all these families go through it, it's you don't, sometimes when you're going through that battle, you don't really know how much love is actually around you and how much support you have. You kind of just, there's a curtain around everything. You can't really see it.
Mm-hmm.
But
anyways.
Someone else play happy. You can play happy shit, right?
Turn these levels on.
So this one is particularly, so I had a friend who was cheated on, and I've had friends that just have had shitty situation after another, and this particular song was about those situations combined, and I just kind of, it's like if someone has known that their partner has been lying to them, but they finally caught them in the truth. So it's initially just, because when I hear about a story, or it's how I would write a song, is when I would hear something or something of my physical experience, but this particular one is just, it was a year of just crap that was happening, and it just sucked that people have to go through something like that. Why can't you be truthful? And it's just initially captures that initial thing. So
Sweet.
Here we go. I am aware that I know nothing of your passions. I am aware that I can't trust you these days. Then you lock yourself in your room and try to screw me over. I can't tell if you speak truth or do you just spit out lies. find the truth, oh. I gotta find the truth, oh. Gotta find the truth, oh. Truth about you. The truth about you. You are a ghost, but expect me to understand you. I can't explain, I'll tell you in the morning. Then you lock yourself in your room and try to screw me over. I can't tell if you speak truth or do you just spit out lies. Baby, hear me out, I will find the truth. Even if it breaks me to the core, I gotta find the truth, oh. I gotta find the truth, oh. I gotta find the truth, oh. Truth about you. The truth about you. I found the truth about your passions. I just hope she fills your every need. I found out the truth about you. I gotta find the truth, oh, truth about you. About you.
Fuck yeah. Dude, she's really good.
Yeah.
She's really, really good.
Yeah, that's the first time I've actually gotten to hear you in person.
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, it sounds
I
really
hate
well.
how effortlessly girls make it seem when they can sing shit, man.
That was
amazing.
That
No,
was
that was really
awesome.
good.
Thank
So,
you.
like, your voice control is fucking awesome. Like, going from your head voice to, like, your chest voice sounds really good. And, yeah, I love the vibe. It's, like, it has bluesy edge, but also, like, this, like, infectious kind of, like, I don't want to say pop, but, like, the melody is, like, extremely catchy.
Thank
It's
you.
really-
Thank you.
Yeah, I can feel the groove in it, like with like just acoustic. Like I can like hear the drums and like the other instruments, kind of like I just hear this like
You
R&B,
feel the full
R&B,
version of it.
bluesy,
Yeah, it's like you're kind of
jazzy
building,
kinda-
like, the track in your head while you're listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just like just even stripped down, it sounds so full.
Yeah. I really like that. I like
Sounds
I like the
really
structure of it. I like how it's kind of like the hook is almost feels like a post chorus to me. Like that part that I think is like extremely catchy. Like feels like in my mind feels like a post chorus. I love it when songs do that. When they like introduce like a new melody that's like always finds a way to be like really catchy like right after like the hook and the chorus per se. I don't know. I enjoyed
Yeah.
everything
Thank
about
you.
that.
Like
Thank
the
you.
guitar, like the like chords you were playing with like the melody of the vocals, like just really conveyed that message of like you're searching for the truth, like you kind of like been done wrong, like, and I just thought that was so cool that like it just that message was like conveyed through the song so well.
Yeah, without even words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you would have just like wordlessly like hummed that melody, I would have been like, I think this is the vibe I'm getting. Like without even the lyrics, it just it sounded really good.
Thank you.
And it was cool to finally hear you play in person.
I haven't done it in a while, so it feels good. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna restart this quick. Alright, I think we're back.
What are you gonna play?
Song. I guess I'll play like a little love song tune.
I feel like love songs.
Yeah. I'll tell the story. I'll tell a story about it afterwards.
What's it called?
This is called Death Do Us Part. So
Title.
you remember the first time I kissed you, baby? How about the first time I called you mine? You remember the nights I drove you crazy? How about the nights I made you smile? But you should know that I wonder how this luck came to get the love, the woman of my dreams. I want to tell you, you've been the best thing that's ever graced a boy like me. And time will surely take its toll, but I just wanted you to know that I can see us dancing from porch 85. I can see us laugh until the day we die. I hope I can hold you until my time is through, 'cause I have searched my whole life for a girl like you. I don't wanna let this go, and I don't wanna see this fall. I want this love to grow till death do us part. Yeah, it might sound foolish, might sound crazy. I guess I'm just speaking from my heart. And I guess I've always had faith in a love no age can break apart. Because now we've got some years to show, and every day I love you more. And I can see us dancing from porch 85. I can see us laugh until the day we die. I hope I can hold you till my time is through. I have searched my whole life for a girl like you. I don't wanna let this go, I don't wanna see this fall. I want this love to grow till death do us part. I felt it from the start. I knew that I would never be the same once I got lost in everything you are and everything I want. 'Cause girl, I wanna see us dancing from porch 85. Wanna see us laugh until the day we die. I hope I can hold you till my time is through, 'cause I have searched my whole life for a girl like you. I can see us dancing from porch 85. I can see us laugh until the day we die. I hope I can hold you until my time is through, 'cause I have searched my whole life for a girl like you. I don't wanna let this go, I don't wanna see this fall. I want this love to grow. Oh, till death do us part.
Nice.
That is did you already record that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, do me a favor. Record that song and sell it to the Nashville wedding music and make millions, because that one is gonna.
That would be a great
that would be an
wedding song.
amazing wedding song.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You do a lot of those. What about Forever?
That one's actually about someone. This song was not really about anybody.
Yeah.
I just had,
Look
like-
at you. Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of, I don't know. The melody and like beginning of chorus came to me. And then I was like, Actually, I think just the melody came to me, and I had the chords, and I was like, this sounds like a love song. And I was like, well, I'm not in love right now. But I guess I'll just write it anyways.
Yeah.
But thank you. Yeah, I think that's one of the songs where, like, it's less like, yeah, it's not as personal, but I enjoy the way it sounds.
Yeah, but
and how
one thing about your songwriting is you are really good at with like imagery. Like I just feel like in all the little moments you were talking about.
And your tones match those imageries very well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go make millions off that song, because that one's
you.
going to get you far.
Yeah, when I listen to one of your songs, I'm like right there in it.
Yeah.
That's good. I appreciate that. So.
Or it's even like a, in the summertime, roll your windows down type of car. That's
Yeah,
a good
well,
one,
it's like,
too.
I don't know. I think certain songs that are not as personal, I end up writing them. I think this is something that everyone does, is you kind of like keep it just vague enough to like so everyone can try to like find something
Yeah.
in it, but not if you go too vague. Like I feel like that song's on the line of like
I
too
know
vague.
you're in love.
Yeah, it's like too vague. So it's just like, what the fuck is he? He's not actually singing about anything. Like he's just singing about being in love, but there's no actual like material or like depth here. So it's kind of that balancing line. I think like really good. I think love songs in particular do that really well.
Mhm.
Like the best, biggest love songs that are like teeter that line of like detail and like, you know, when I saw you in that dress, I said, "Damn, you look perfect" type thing. But it's like anyone can be wearing and can like relate to that, but it's also just detailed enough where it's like not just like, I love her eyes and her hair and her dress there. Like, I don't know.
And if it's too detailed, there's not a lot of, they're like, well, I've never dealt with that situation before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you have, you're like, oh my god.
And there's like that one person that's like, I feel this song.
Yeah, well, I think there are songs where like
Mhm.
you kind of feel like they could, like, this could work on like a mainstream level type thing, and that's where it kind of, those songs I think balance that line. You get more to the detailed, and you get more into like just the pure like songwriting. Like I'm writing this to get it out of me. Like this isn't gonna go anywhere or do anything because like nobody else has like hit a deer at 3 a.m. driving down Valley Road or something like really specific. Yeah, I don't know.
Did you say orange shoes?
Yeah, it's specific. Yeah, no, I got like a Die a Happy Man vibe from that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I was going for, like vibe wise. Yeah, so thank you.
Knocked it out of the park.
It's a great song. Well
Thank
done.
you. You're up, brother.
Okay. I'm not gonna try and depress anybody, I don't think.
Okay.
Let me just make sure this is. Yeah. We'll just send it. We'll just send it.
Just send it.
It's called Don't You Know, and it's kind of about, this is like, I wrote this after sobering up and shit, and this is more about just, I guess you really, there is help out there, and like you're not alone kind of thing. So, yeah. Watch the world get so cold. Darkness was all you've known. And it's so hard all alone. Fill the void getting stoned. You can sell your soul. Easier than you know. Oh, 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 don't you know? Oh, 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 you're not alone. You don't have to run and hide. You can finally live your life if you try. Watched a good thing fall apart. Tried to mend their broken hearts. You've had friends that you've lost. staring up at the cross, always asking why they didn't try to survive. Oh, 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 don't you know? Oh, 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 you're not alone. You don't have to run and hide. You can finally fix your life if you try. Oh, 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 don't you know? Oh, 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 you're not alone. You don't have to run and hide. You can finally live your life if you try.
Coffee House Rock.
So beautiful. Where have I've heard that song before.
Maybe from Hershey. I recorded it with him.
That's probably because he was looking. He's like,
He's
"I
leaking
know
that
this
shit."
song."
He's leaking it.
He's leaking that
Damn it,
shit.
Hershey.
Hershey!
Thanks for the noise.
That's, yeah.
It's a killer song. It's
Thank
very
you.
catchy. The song is probably like gets stuck in your head. It's a very good hook
Thank
and
you.
like it's very. What's the word I'm looking for?
I think it was soothing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
in the best way
calming.
possible, it made me want to go to sleep. Like in the best way possible.
It's very relaxing
Yes.
to listen to. It's like something that you would listen to while you're painting or like doing some like writing or just something that like
Yes.
is just a very calm.
Coffee
Yeah.
House Rock.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
it's-
drink a cup of coffee to that. Like I was just like, keep going. Like
That's a good capture of that
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah. I think it's like the driving, like the beat of it, you know, like the strumming.
And you sing it very well. There's like
Thank you.
you think you're scared to hit those notes and like,
Yeah.
but you're hitting them perfectly, like
Yeah.
just the right amount. That like it makes that song very melodic. So
I appreciate that. Thank
you're
you.
welcome. Yeah.
Plus your guitar is beautiful too.
Yeah.
All right, I
Awesome.
believe
Alright,
you're up.
it's my turn. Okay. So this one is called Lost. This is one that I had written when COVID literally went on super lockdown, and
Good.
like I got into a very dark place and like was just putting myself in other people's shoes because of having to stay at home, and like people are like depressed and there's a lot of shit going on that like people don't know how to deal with anymore, and like it was just like dealing with a lot of the mental issues, health issues in general, and yeah, it was just targeting that, and like it's kind of an empowering one because like you don't want to feel that way anymore, so you're doing everything that you can to not feel that way anymore. So that's what this kind of illuminates. So okay. Drank myself asleep again. Dark days are getting to my head. You think I feel better when I hit the snooze, but I don't get to pick and choose. I don't wanna feel lost anymore. I don't wanna feel hurt anymore. I don't wanna feel lost anymore. I don't wanna feel hurt anymore. They just keep saying it gets better. Can we speed it up so I feel okay? Do you think it feels better when I hear your voice? But it just keeps getting worse. I don't wanna feel lost anymore. I don't wanna feel hurt anymore. I don't wanna feel lost anymore. I don't wanna feel hurt anymore. I don't wanna feel lost anymore. I don't wanna feel hurt anymore. I don't wanna feel lost anymore. I don't wanna feel hurt anymore. I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna feel lost anymore. I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna feel hurt anymore. I don't wanna feel lost anymore. I don't wanna feel hurt anymore. I don't wanna feel lost anymore. I don't wanna feel hurt anymore. I drank myself to sleep again. These dark days and getting to my head.
I enjoy listening to you sing.
That was great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was
It's
great.
I don't know. It's just, it's very catchy, and I just enjoy it. I don't even know, like, I was trying to pick out who you sound like to me, and I couldn't do it, which is a good thing, I think.
Good thing.
Yeah. Did you say you were in the process of like assembling a band or something?
Yeah, with Justin, we're just kind of dabbling and getting
I think
things together.
that's a really good idea for you.
And he really knows how to capture the sound that I'm looking for, and I appreciate it. And he,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea
Yeah.
because I think you have a cool sound, and I would love to hear it like fully manifested, like with a whole, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah,
when
like
I'm listening,
even in
it's
that
like,
song, I feel like I felt like the full effect. Like I could just hear it with like a whole band behind it, and I like that you do that because it kept it like going. It was like you're doing the percussion yourself, and it was just like that helped me like hear the fullness of it, and it was just like the vocals were just like fucking great. Like they really conveyed that emotion that you were like struggling
yeah,
to get through this like difficult time. Like you really
desperation. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love COVID songs. Like I don't.
Yeah.
It sounds weird grouping them like that.
A lot of people
But
were-
like it was a weird
It's like-
time, man.
yeah.
It was very weird. Everyone's
Yeah.
dealing with like shit, and it's like you're forced to deal with it,
and
and like
everyone
your
deals
own.
with their own messed up
yeah.
way.
Yeah, and sometimes the ways that people deal with it, you weren't allowed to go and deal with it that way,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
like we deal with our stuff through like song and through concert. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
like we couldn't do
I
that.
feel like some of the best music is being released now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They had
People,
to deal with
There's
those
some really good
endeavors.
music.
people have a lot of time in themselves to like think
That's the
about
thing
stuff.
is you're sitting with yourself, and that's the thing. Like before COVID, it was definitely super easy to just distract yourself doing all these things,
Mhm.
and then all that went away, and you're kind of sitting with yourself, just like.
And sometimes you're your own worst enemy, and you have to deal
Yes.
with that, especially in that circumstance.
Mhm.
And that's what I tried to catch in that song, because you don't even realize it until you're stuck. So,
Absolutely, you definitely did.
Yeah, it works.
thank you.
Yeah, that was a good song.
It's sad. It was, I don't know. It was like sad, but like
It
captivated
was like
at the
sad,
same
but
time.
I really enjoyed listening to it. And I know I say that I listen to sad shit all the time, but like that, it had like that groove to it again. That like
Yeah.
that upbeat kind of groove to it. That even though it was a sad song, I was like, I could see myself like
Just
kind
kinda
of like
bop into
working
it.
out to it,
Yeah.
or like doing like some type of activity. Like I could see myself like jamming out to that, and it wouldn't be like the same as like listening to like a super sad Jason Isbell song or something. Like, still a sad song, but it's got that like upbeat, happy kind of like.
Yeah, it keeps the tempo moving.
Yeah.
Doesn't give you a chance to tear up.
To sit and get sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if that song
I can't get sad if I keep moving.
If that was written as a poem.
Yeah.
Extremely sad. The read is like a haiku or something. I don't think it's the right format for that, but shit. You guys want to do one more?
Yeah.
Each?
Yeah.
Sure.
Mine is like
Yeah,
super sad.
We don't have
Mine's
to.
a little bit more upbeat.
I should have saved the last one for last because this next, if we're doing one more, this next one is
Even
like
more
it's
sad.
literally called Rock Bottom. Like it's fucking sad.
Well, might as well.
But I'll do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go back around the horn. Okay.
All right.
Thumb up.
Yep.
Okay.
We can play.
I play a song called Letting Go. And so I'm 23 years old. And a little over like 2 years ago, I graduated college. A little under 2 years ago, sorry. Graduated college and moved from Pennsylvania to Maryland. We live in Baltimore now. Come up here like mostly on the weekends. And it was just like a very tumultuous time. And a lot of things were changing. So I had a lot of songs that kind of represented this mood feeling of like change and uncertainty with the change. And like being like excited for what's coming next, but also not sure if like I was ready for it or if I was doing the right thing, quote unquote. And this song is kind of one of the songs that came out of that like era of my life of just like letting go of kind of the restraint and letting go of like the fears that I've had in the past about, you know, leaving home and doing something different and kind of just, you know, growing up, doing the damn thing. And I don't know, just kind of having faith in like the future and just in the moment and just doing it. So it's called Letting Go. Remember the times when time spent wasn't age enough, and the promise of new days is more than enough. Back when the rolling was always as smooth as it was, and it only took a night to heal broken bones. I'm letting go. I've traveled in search for my tomorrow. I'm growing old, I hate to see my kinfolk go, but it's time for me to find a path to follow. I'm letting go. I'm letting go. Hard that I'm leaving, seeing all the places I grew up, but the memories and scars I travel on. 'Cause I'm giving purpose to the verses that I sing and that I strum, and finding out where I really belong. Letting go. I've traveled in the search for my tomorrow. I'm growing old, I hate to see my when time spent wasn't age adding up, and the promise of new days was more than enough.
I like that
It's
a
a
lot.
very soulful song. Wow.
Thank you.
I got such a bittersweet feeling from it, like the same feeling I would get from leaving things.
Mhm.
Like, I'm happy, but like that's something I'm gonna miss, kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm moving forward, but like, man, those were some good times.
There's a line in there that resonated. I probably I won't remember the full day. Something about scars, but they're the scar line that you said.
Yeah,
That was a really good line. That
Thank
was
you.
very well put.
that line
I like that
specifically
line.
too was
For some
like,
reason,
one of
that
the
was
lines
like
that hit me.
that hit me a lot.
Yeah, that hit
That
me
was a
too,
good line.
and I was like, man, like that's so true.
Mhm.
Like, it's so true. You do take everything with you.
Yeah.
And I like the step down you did on the guitar, like throughout. Like, that was really cool.
Yeah, if I was a better player, I would do it through the whole thing.
You know, maybe one day.
Comes with time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I like that song a lot. And I like how a lot of your songs are you just like writing yourself, trying to work through something.
You're a very good lyricist. Like,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
It's hard to come by. Those are things that are hard to do both with, but you do both very well.
Yeah, it's one thing to like write songs and kind of like come up with things that like, you know, like some people I think just kind of like fill it with like kind of what you're talking about, like beer, fucking trucks, shit like that.
Yeah.
For,
Girls.
Yeah, for country, yeah.
and, like,
For sure.
you know, the way things are for other genres as well, but like you really think through what you're
You love what
talking
you're
about.
doing, is what
Yeah.
it shows.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I can tell a lot of like soul searching went into that song.
Dude, that was a weird time. Yeah. I was like, there was a lot of changes going on.
And that's
Is that
something that I'd feel like I want
That
to
was
listen to.
that was
like, when things
post
are going on.
COVID, I think. It was, yeah, because COVID happened right as I was graduating college.
Yeah.
And it was kind of this like tearing. So like I did music a little bit in college and started to get really into it. And then I went to school for engineering. So I had like an engineering job lined up and everything. And it was this uncertainty that was like the dichotomy of like go live this, you know, normal life that would be a good life, you know, with a decent living as an engineer, and or like, you know, am I going to give up this dream that I have?
Pursue
And like,
that
yeah.
challenge.
So it's kind of, I don't know. That went into it a little bit, and also it was just like the physical, like I'm leaving home and it's gonna suck. But I don't know. It ended up not being as bad as I thought it was
That's
gonna
what I was
be.
gonna say,
Yeah,
like,
because I
remember
don't
when
know.
you
Like,
moved, and I was like, damn, how is this gonna work? Because we were still doing the band. I was still with you guys, and well, it works pretty good.
yeah. Yeah,
Turns out
turns
it's
out.
only an hour.
Turns out Boulder was not that far
Turns
from
out.
Harrisburg.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was like I don't know. It was manifesting as like a big deal in my mind.
It also
Yeah.
depends on how dedicated you are to it.
Yes, that could very easily be
Because
like
then it
it's too far.
becomes, oh, I don't know if I want to. But if you love what you do, there's no issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Is like as time goes on, you realize you don't necessarily have to choose between like a dream and what you're like gonna do career-wise. Like you can still work on both, like and be successful in different ways than that dream that's like flat, like lights, stadium. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
There's other ways to be successful in that same.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna check this because it might stop. But I think like as the more I, you know, there we go. I think the more down the road
Yeah.
I get personally with music, the more like the goals change. Like I was saying to the guys in Hometown Strangers the other day, like I would be, my dream now is like playing to crowds like 150 and like clubs like XL and like Chameleon and places like that, and having like a legitimate fan base where you can fill a room of like 150 people. Like that kind of, I think, settled my worries of like, I don't know. You want to accomplish what you want to do in like all aspects of life, and music is like one of those aspects. But I think the more realistic goal is having just like a legitimate fan base to play your songs to and like your repertoire to. And I think as a songwriter, like you should think your songs are good enough to play to people at some point, or get to that level. And you wanna have people hear them, so hopefully they can get something out of them. I don't know. Personally, I Some songs I write just for me, and I'm like, yeah, that's just for me. Like, it did
Yeah.
its purpose. But other times I'm like, I want people to hear this and get something out of it, if they can.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
kind of a different conversation.
It's funny because like I'm moving now to Maryland.
Yeah, what's up
You
with
know.
that? Yeah.
Moving in with my girlfriend, and there's a lot of change happening. And that song made me feel
You
a
should go
little,
listen to
a
that
little
song.
better about it. It made me feel a little better about it, like the things I'm leaving behind, all the changes that are about to happen, and the excitement for like a new chapter, see where it goes, and just
Well, they're still going to be with you. And also,
Yeah,
it's like
right.
you'll make new memories.
as you're going through that change, though, you don't necessarily always keep in mind that like
Yeah.
those things are going to stay with you.
Yeah, hindsight's
You know what I
2020.
mean? And that song is a reminder that like they do stay with you. And for us, you know, we're not that far away.
Yeah.
We can always come back and visit, you know. So
From Texas to PA is far away.
that's far.
That's
a
far.
tough one. But
That was a tough drive.
I bet. Phew.
All right, I think you're up.
All
Put this
right.
down.
Alright, gotta get my tissues.
So this song is also very dark. This is the darkest song I've ever written.
Okay.
Alright.
It is called Rock Bottom, and after everything, like coming out of rehab, it's more of a reflection on how bad things were, and I didn't realize it, and looking back and kind of like just seeing how dark of a time I really was in, and the mindset I was in at the time too. So it's rock bottom. That's really what it was I hit rock bottom, and this is like kind of the things I guess that were going through my mind are the things that I did. And yeah, just a disclaimer, like, you know, there's like talk of like suicide and stuff in this, not, you know, I just want to put that out there, but you'll see. Yeah, I just hope my goal with like music like this is to try and reach someone else that maybe is feeling the same way, and just let them know they're not alone, because I felt alone a lot. So this is rock bottom.
Here, excited.
Don't know why I isolate and self-destruct. I'm my own worst enemy. It's just my luck. All the things that I have lost consume my thoughts, my depressions, my last friend. I hear him calling me again, staring down the mirror. I thought he'd paint me clearer, found a load to sink in. I'm always overthinking, yeah. I think I found my problem. I thought I'd hit rock bottom, but I was wrong again. I'm always wrong again. I think I found my problem. I thought I'd hit rock bottom, but I was wrong again. I'm always wrong again. I got drunk till I passed out, woke up and left the gas on. How many times can I almost end my life? I walked into the ocean, down here we all will float in. I hear there's not much pain, please just forget my name. 'Cause this life is a game, and all I felt was shame. And now death's my last friend, I hear him calling me again. I think I found my problem. I thought I'd hit rock bottom, but I was wrong again. I'm always wrong again. I think I found my problem. I thought I'd rock bottom, but I was wrong again. I'm always wrong again.
They're wrong again. I like the repetition of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was definitely a mindset that I was in at the time, like repeating things, a cycle, and
Because you're punishing yourself for your decisions.
Yeah. And a form of it was self-care as well. You know, I was thinking I was doing self-care, like, you know, medicating with alcohol and other things to try and get me by day to day, but
Was this before rehab?
this was written in rehab,
In.
reflecting on what I just came from doing, pretty much.
It's
Very
definitely,
strong song.
yeah, it definitely has a lot of like angst,
I
and
think that's my favorite that you've
Yeah.
done.
Thank you.
I think that it also fits your voice very well.
It does. That rasp thing that you did,
On
it
the
matched it so
trying to
perfectly.
like accent.
The anger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really powerful.
Thank you.
Is that one recorded at all?
Me and Hershey just finished it yesterday.
Oh, really?
It just needs to be mixed and mastered.
I'd love to hear it with full.
I can play it for you after this.
Okay.
I just showed
that'd be
him.
really
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Hershey did some cool piano on it. It's I think it sounds more sad, just stripped down acoustic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it makes
Yeah.
sense. That
Of course, most emotional songs like that are best heard.
Yeah.
and that's also how
Acoustic.
they were like originated, which
Yeah.
is kind of like you get to hear the
Right.
source of.
Because it was just you and your guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had a beat up guitar that I rented from the music thing in rehab, and at the time, I had gotten drunk before I got in rehab, obviously, and
Remember this.
I was
remember
all
this.
fucked up one night, and I almost cut the tip of my finger off, my left hand. So it was my index finger, and so when I went into rehab, I couldn't use it, and I was just playing with my middle finger, like.
Oh, yeah.
So
Isn't that funny though? How it like forced you to
forced
like
me to like write a different way.
Yeah.
I had to just keep it simple chords, and
Yeah.
like there was no like really.
Sometimes it's your
thing.
best song, though, because it puts you
Yeah.
out of your comfort zone. And I actually had this conversation with Josh the other day of just trying to get myself writing a different way and forcing myself to get out of the shell that I've just kind of
Yeah.
cocooned in.
It's
because
hard.
it's comfortable,
Yeah.
but when you actually get out of that certain bubble, it actually creates an even better
Yeah.
song.
I feel like
Absolutely.
that's
Mhm.
for me. Writing with other people helps out a lot.
Yeah.
Because I find myself, I'll like be working on a song and be like, I'm pretty sure I've already written this song before, like in some way, shape, or form, like
Yeah.
thematically or like melodically or lyrically. Like I've already captured this somewhere, and then at that point it's like, yeah, I feel like I'm stuck in a bubble and I'm doubting the song and I'm not gonna finish it at this point.
What I've learned in that circumstance too is I always record anything that I've just
Yeah.
on my phone, and I'll come back to it months later and I'll re-listen to it and I'll actually rewrite it
Yeah.
a better
Yeah, I
way
do that as
and
well.
like better version of itself, and I feel like that just creates an even stronger writer in yourself, because like
Absolutely.
you see the flaws in it in that moment and you're like, okay, I can make this even better than
And coming at it
Yeah.
with fresh ears and being like, oh,
yeah.
that's kind of what I was thinking. I
Because-
can do this now.
When, I don't know if you guys have that moment where you'll find something, you're like, oh, that's such a catchy tune, and then you come back to it and you're like, what in the world was
Yeah.
I thinking? That
Yeah.
was not good.
I was just gonna say, sometimes I come back to it, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna delete that one.
The worst
Glad I
of
left
time.
that one.
Like you would listen to it in a car or something, even like when you're still in that bubble, you're like, man, this is a good song, and then months later, you're like, that was not my strongest point.
Every
Absolutely.
there's a kind of a mindset that like every song is worth writing. You gotta get like how
What is
many
it, the
bad ones out of
10,000
the
hour
way.
rule, where they
Yeah.
talk about you just need to keep, if you start a song, you have to finish it.
Even if
you're
it's a
not-
horrible
Yeah.
melody and you write it down and you record
It's
it and
like,
say, okay, save it for a rainy day.
I mean, the way I kind of look at it, and I don't always, practice what I preach in like reference to this, but if you're gonna like build your physical health, you have to do like repetitions.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's
Don't
the
make
only way
me
to
quote
really
my
grow your like, huh?
Don't make me quote my idol, Ed Sheeran.
The only way to grow your muscle is like by
Yeah.
working it out.
He
So-
compared it to like tap water, like getting the dirt out and then eventually clean
In the
water
pipe.
runs.
Yeah.
and it's better.
Getting all the shit songs out of the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get those shit songs out of the way, you know?
That's why we're here. That's what we're here playing.
These are those shit songs.
These are those shit.
All right.
That's great.
You got one for us?
I do.
I think this
So-
is our last one, so.
This one, I wanted to create a song that would describe a color. Because no one ever really has a good description of the color blue. And I wanted to create a song that can kind of capture it into a song. And so it's called The Color Blue.
That sounds
Okay.
really cool.
Yeah.
Emotions flowing, filling my head again, and I feel upside down. Getting quiet in myself and feeling oh so hard. Oh, ain't it funny when I should be up, I'm down. Even when I'm mad, I'm so. Oh, hold on. I totally messed that up, and I'm gonna redo that quick because I don't remember
Perfectly
the lyrics
fine.
to it, and it's been a long time.
It's all
Those were
good.
those moments I was like, oh, that would have been a good line, but I fucked it up. We're gonna
You,
bleep that part out.
What I've seen people live do that. They'll mess
I do
something
it
up
all
and
the
they'll be
time.
like,
That
"That
is
like
one
just
thing.
Jason Isbell did it one time where he's like, I spent so long on
If
that
you
one
actually
fucking
ask
word
people
and
to
I
see
can't
me
remember
live,
it."
I do it all the time, and I'll in the middle, I'm like, I messed it up, and I'm gonna sing it over again.
Yeah,
and
it
like,
deserves it. It deserves it. Yeah.
Okay. It is upside down. Oh, damn it! I knew that was okay. Emotions flowing, filling my head again, and I feel upside down. Feeling sorry for myself in the moments when I'm above ground. Oh, ain't it funny when I shouldn't be up, I'm down. When I'm glad I'm just straight up mad. Even when I'm mad, I still think about the other's point of view. Even when I've been hurt so bad and there is no excuse. Oh, I will find a reason to avenge you, and I will find a way to defend you, 'cause that's the color blue. Whoa, that's the color blue. That's the color blue. Make mistakes and let my mind fill out, emotions loud. Think I learned, but still get lost for words. Oh, ain't it funny when I should be I'm down. When I'm glad I'm just straight up mad. Feels like it don't matter to me that much anymore. 'Cause I just feel so safe with you, and that's the truth. Oh, I will find a way to avenge you, and I will find a way to defend you, 'cause that's the color blue. Whoa, that's the color blue. Whoa, that's the color blue.
That was,
I like the
that was
Messed
so
it up
cool.
a couple times, but it's okay.
That was so cool.
I like the word choice in that. Like avenge. I don't think I've ever heard that used in a song before, unless it's like the name of Avenged Sevenfold. But like, that's such an interesting word to use in that. Yeah, I like that.
I like your vocals a lot. Like, I felt like through the song I was just like a feather in the wind, just like
Yeah, the vibe. Yeah, the
Like,
vibe
I
is
was
very
just, like,
flowy.
floating through the song. Like, and feeling like blue, but like it wasn't like
It's a particular song that doesn't really initially have a true meaning. It's just
Yeah.
like, because when you think of the color blue and you try to put it as, because everyone says I feel blue, like there's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
really like a good way of describing it, and it's just because it's a mixture of feelings all into one emotion, and you don't like, you're kind of down but not really.
I
like,
got
it's
that
like-
from, yeah, I felt like turns in the verses, like where it was like good, bad, or like you know what I
Yeah.
mean, like there was like turns that I felt like different emotions.
Because like in the
verses.
moments where you're like, even when you're mad, you're still thinking of like you're
Yeah.
still thinking about that other person, like being in a relationship, and you're so mad at that person, but you still love them. That you're like, there's that middle ground that there's not really an emotion for, and that's
Yeah.
where I was like, that's a good like middle ground.
Hell yeah.
I like that. That's an interesting concept. It's also like I feel like a difficult concept like to tackle. Like it's abstract, I guess, is the way to put it.
Yeah.
It's not something that's like very material or tangible to write about. Because like you said, when you try to describe like the color / emotion blue, like what the fuck is it? You know?
What do you start with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it worked. It worked. I agree with Kyle's point. Like, just kind of very flowy. Like the way that the lyrics and the melodies kind of meshed. I always find it interesting, and I think there's something you're really good at as a songwriter is finding word choice and like words with syllables that match the comfort of your voice, and like the melodies that you like to sing, and that make like with your voice sound really really good singing those style of melodies. So like the runs that you're doing and the way that you're using your voice with like the syllables of the words.
Yeah, you place them really well
Yeah.
in the songs. Like they're like, it's just crafted really well.
I think that's just knowing
Your voice.
knowing your shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
like knowing what you have and like what you like to do with it. And a lot of
And
times,
showing off those like abilities that you
Yeah.
have, like because they seem like flawless when I hear them.
They
They sound
That's
they,
everybody.
they sound like effortless.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That's something that, even as an artist, you never really feel like, you always feel like you can get better and better.
Absolutely.
But yeah. it's-
such a non-sustainable
appreciate
mindset.
Yeah.
You get like you see like people that
Figures-
have won Grammys and shit, and they're like, yeah, this isn't it.
I also like how you
Mm-hmm.
said you started to write it. Like I just want to describe like the color blue, like what it is to me. Like I think that's a really cool like idea.
Because
to have.
everyone's going to have a different
Yeah.
perspective of it, no matter what. And that's why I kind of, like you said, like an abstract way of putting it. Because
Mhm.
there's no true one way of describing something. It was just my perspective on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think we're done here.
Yeah.
Solid.
That
yeah,
was a
I
good
think
first
we
one.
all played
Yeah.
3 songs. I think it was a
feel like
good
all the
time.
songs were really good. It was really
Yeah.
cool.
It was a good genre of a mix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. This was awesome.
yeah. So I
Hell
think
yeah.
we're gonna try to do this at some like level of frequency. I don't know what. We'll probably just in the summer. It's gonna be damn near impossible for me to do this.
Yeah. We'll figure
Um,
it out. We'll see.
But it's something to do. Like we
You
kind
can
of were
see
just
if
talking
Justin
about it.
we can do the Rockmill space. They do podcasts
Yeah.
and stuff in there too.
he would probably be down for
He
that.
would
I
totally
love
let us
that.
use it, but I feel so bad. I feel like I feel sometimes like I'm taking advantage of it.
We've
He's like, here,
referenced-
use this, take this. I'm like, God damn
For
it.
someone
Like,
who loves music as much as he does, I don't even think he would blink twice
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
I'll just talk to him, see.
yeah, there definitely could to get like a solid space for it would be cool, and to
Yeah.
get like a bigger pool of people, like you can do this with a bigger space,
Oh yeah.
like 5 to 7 people.
Yeah.
You'll play
I'm
less
sure,
songs.
I'm
but-
sure we could work something out with that with Hershey maybe.
And I wanna
Look
like
how many times we just referenced him for all the things he helps us
He's
with.
gonna be the
this
sponsor.
is sponsored by Justin
Sponsored by
Hershey.
Hershey AV. This is
So yeah, if you have anyone in mind, feel free to reach out to them. Obviously, like we'd love to have you back doing this again. We're kind of just trying to like make it informal, no genre boundaries. Like
yeah.
I don't care what people play
Right.
or what instrument or what genre or what. I guess I'd prefer it to be sang in English, so I can understand, so I can understand what they're saying. But I don't know, like it's just kind of
Yeah. And if anyone watching this like has someone that they're like, man, that'd be cool for that person that we may not know about, like
tag them.
recommend them, tag them, share it with them. Like the whole goal of this, I think, is to like a community outreach for local
Mhm.
musicians. Like we just want to collaborate and meet and hear as many local musicians as we can. Give them a showcase to talk about their music.
All right.
Thank you for
Yeah. Thanks for
inviting me
coming.
out to this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was
the
awesome to
cameras
hear
off.
you in person.
Yeah, you're
That
really
shit,
talented.
you sound so good. It's crazy.